The finale of You Season 5 had me on the edge of my seat, not only because I wanted to see how Joe Goldberg, Penn Badgley, would finally face justice, but also because I needed to know what would happen to his young son, Henry Goldberg, Frankie DeMaio. Ever since you revealed that Love Quinn, Victoria Pedretti, was pregnant, Henry has been at the center of a debate about nature and nurture in the show. With 2 killers for parents, Henry was always going to have a lot to overcome. Joe likes to believe that he has no choice in his actions, that being a murderer is a result of who he is as a person and the trauma he experienced, so he sees his young, traumatized son as an extension of himself. You is a show all about misogyny and cycles of abuse, so the ultimate fate of Henry's character was incredibly important for the show's overall themes. And, in the end, I can't help but feel like You's series finale got almost everything right with Henry's ending, except for one crucial detail. Henry Goldberg's You Season 5 ending is almost perfect for the character and message. Henry deserves a safe, loving family. In the end, Henry Goldberg is not responsible for who his parents are, or what his father did, and he absolutely deserves a safe, happy life with a loving family. When Joe's true nature as a misogynistic serial killer is revealed, and it is clear that he is going to spend the rest of his life in prison, Henry gets to grow up with his adoptive mother, Kate Lockwood, Charlotte Ritchie. Presumably, Henry will get to spend the rest of his life away from his father's influence, and Joe won't be able to project himself onto Henry anymore. Even more importantly, in Henry's final phone call with Joe, he stands up to his father, calling him a monster for everything he did to Kate. You tells us that it is up to Henry to decide what kind of man he will grow up to be, and, with the loving influence of Kate to guide him, in all likelihood, Henry won't grow up to be anything like his father. The only thing this ending doesn't address is some of the violent impulses and reactions that Henry has shown throughout You Season 5, but that's probably realistic. Henry is only 6 years old in You Season 5, and in those 6 years, he lost his mother, was taken away from his adoptive fathers, and then learned his father is a serial killer. It makes sense that, right now, Henry needs help and guidance, but the ending of You Season 5 gives him the best chance of a bright future. There's one glaring problem with Henry's fate at the end of You. Kate Lockwood gets away with everything. Charlotte Ritchie as Kate Lockwood in You Looking Serious. While Henry deserves his fate in You Season 5, it is a lot less clear whether Kate Lockwood deserves her fate. In Seasons 4 and 5 of You, Kate had a lot of messed up business dealings and committed several outright crimes. Arguably most significantly, she covered for Joe, quite literally allowing him to get away with murder. The fact that Henry's adoptive mother essentially gets off free in You's finale won't exactly teach the boy accountability. Even if he never learns just how much she enabled Joe, symbolically, at least, Kate has paid the price for her actions. The fire at Mooney's bookstore was a form of rebirth for Kate, and it was proof to Henry that Joe is evil. Going forward, it is clear that Kate is going to try to do better and be the type of mother that Henry deserves, but I'm not sure how much comfort Kate's change of heart would be to her victims. I just wish that Kate had to take a little more accountability, even if I'm still glad she's Henry's mom. Teddy gives me hope that Henry will turn out fine despite Season 5's Kate issue. Teddy is the only one who really knows the difference between right and wrong. Teddy Lockwood You. Kate Lockwood won't be the only adult in Henry's life going forward because Teddy Lockwood will also, hopefully, be involved in raising Henry. Teddy is one of the only genuinely morally good characters in You Season 5, and his involvement in Henry's life can only be a good thing. Joe going to jail means that Henry will grow up without a father, and, hopefully, Teddy will be the positive male role model in his life. For years, Teddy has shown that he is capable of standing up for what is right and not allowing himself to get caught up in cycles of corporate greed. Even if Kate isn't the best person to teach Henry about accountability, Teddy will be there to show the boy what's right. You keeps Henry's ultimate fate deliberately ambiguous, but I, at least, am glad that he has a real chance at a better life without Joe in it.